Watch this. Hey everyone, welcome back to A Real Pain, a movie podcast where two generations clash over what makes their movies a classic. I'm John, a millennial.
And I'm Matthew, a Gen Zer.
And today we're doing my pick, which is School of Rock with Jack Black.
Dude, that intro was rocking.
Dude, the School of Rock. Let's go.
With Jackathy Black.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that I'm skipping over Jackathy Black. The fact that you love music so much and hadn't seen this movie still blows my mind.
It blew my mind last night that I somehow missed this movie because I thought, honestly, it came out like 1999-ish. No, this was 2003. I should have seen this movie.
Yeah. So, and I'm trying to think, like, I think this was like around the start of like the Jack Black craze with Tenacious D, and I would have been in high school. So I graduated in 2003. So from a time perspective, I would have thought Jack Black was super cool. And even though it was a PG-13 movie kind of aimed at kids, it still resonated, I think, just because, like I said, everybody was like, I mean, I think people are still obsessed with Jack Black. Like, he still is awesome.
Yeah.
But I would say that this was like the peak introduction of Sir Jack Black.
No, it's really funny watching his earlier stuff now and hearing people complain about him now being like, oh, he's way too goofy now, yada, yada, yada. It's like, no, he was goofy back then.
Yeah, he just has a silly beard now.
Yes. Yep, exactly.
That's like the only difference.
The only difference, yeah, is that he's graying now and has a beard.
Honestly, like, even watching School of Rock, I have more of an appreciation for like what he, like, because he's just as like mobile, and his kicks and stuff that he can still do those now. And I'm like, dude, I gotta age.
He's still got the moves.
I gotta age like Jack Black.
Age like fine Jack.
Yeah. Jeez. Jackathy. Oh my gosh. Well, if you haven't seen School of Rock, you need to check it out. I'm going to hit you with the premise. Really simple concept. Jack Black plays Dewey Finn, who is deemed sort of like a failed musician. So it starts off with probably one of the best intro credits I've ever seen. It's like in a nightclub where they play like metal shows, and the credits for the movie like are on the wall, like band posters and stuff.
That was super
cool.
Fun. Yeah.
So, and I would just say, like, overall, obviously we're going to get into it. I'm taking a little bit of a detour here. Just overall, it sets the tone for it being like a really fun movie. You see that Jack Black wants to be a rock star so bad. And it's to the point where it actually is working against him because he thinks that everybody is not wanting to rock
as hard as he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And so the band he's in kicks him out. His friend that he grew up with, he lives with, he's now dating a woman played by Sarah Silverman, Patty. And
what a name, by the way.
Yeah, Patty. And Patty isn't trying to encourage her boyfriend. Hey, Dewey Finn, he's behind on rent. He's been mooching off of his friend for years.
It's time to kick him to the curb.
Yeah, so sort of forces Jack Black's character to get a job. He's at home, gets a phone call. Oh, his roommate is a substitute teacher. The call is for a job. Jack Black.
That's Jackathy to you.
Yeah, Jackathy. He pretends to be his roommate, Ned Schneebly, and starts working as a substitute teacher, which is wild. Pretty soon figures out that kids have musical talents, and there's this thing called Battle of the Bands, and you can win $20,000. He really needs that money. So he starts like practicing with the kids and starting his own band, and comedy ensues.
And he learns some lessons along the way.
Yes.
Which I thought was pretty nice. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, going into this movie, this is not the premise that I thought it was going to be. Like, I figured it was going to be the type of movie where it's this failing school. They don't have any like morale or anything like that. They bring Jack Black in. He boosts their morale. He's like, we got this, guys. We can be the best school band ever. They face another school or something like that, and they win a bunch of money, like better the school. No, this was more Kindergarten Cop-esque, where he's being a sneaky little substitute.
Yep.
Yeah, was not expecting that.
Absolutely. And I love that this whole movie hinges on still having a landline.
Yes, 100%. There's so many moments in this movie that I clocked that I was like, man, you can't do that anymore. When he was handing out CDs as homework for them to listen to,
Yeah.
that made me sad. You can't hand out CDs as homework assignments anymore.
Yeah. So it's a time capsule that I will cherish forever.
100%.
So before we start talking about our favorite and least favorite parts, should we dive into our initial ratings and then try to change each other's minds?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And I'll say, you guys should like and subscribe at this juncture of the episode.
If you haven't already, I mean, what are we waiting for?
For us to say something funnier, because it's not coming. So might as well subscribe now.
All right. Here's my initial rating.
John's rating is a 9.
All right, Matthew, go for it.
Okay, here's mine.
Matthew's rating is an 8.5.
All right, I'm locked in.
All right, here we go. All right, Matthew, Gen Zer.
If you will.
All right, so I'm going to guess your favorite part was, so the whole band comes together. They show up at the end. They're going to play the rock show. They go through all of this rigmarole.
I love that word.
Rigmarole.
Rigmarole.
They're just about to go on stage, and they're trying to figure out like what song to play. And Jack Black is like, we have to play Zach's song.
We have to do Zach's song.
And so Zach had written a song in the classroom during one of their exercises. And it was like this moment of like, I think Jack Black kind of realizing that like, he's not going to be the rock star necessarily.
But these kids can be the rock stars.
Yes. And then Zach gives him permission to like sing the lead vocals. And I think that was your favorite part.
That was a very sweet moment. I would say that's number 2 for sure. I think the moment I had the most fun with is right after Dewey finds out that these kids can play music essentially. Like, you guys can play music? Why didn't anybody tell me? And then he goes through each individual part of the band. He's like, okay, you start playing this. Starts playing a beat on the synthesizer. He's like, okay, you start playing this note on the bass. They start doing that. And just the first time they start combining all these different instruments and then playing the full song, that's just a fun moment in music by itself. But I thought that was so cool seeing that in this movie.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like there was a couple different improv parts, especially like towards like the end credit scene, which are pretty fun. And I seemed like there were a couple scenes where the kids almost broke down laughing.
Yup.
And so I would imagine that everybody was just having, I mean, a group of kids hanging out with Jack Black, I would imagine that they were getting paid to laugh all day.
No, this is one of those movies where it's like, you can tell they were having a blast on set for sure.
Yes, definitely kind of 10 Things I Hate About You vibe-ish a little bit.
Especially with the mood and just the way the school looked. Like that fall time, like school look.
Yes. All right. Do you want to guess my favorite part?
Yes. So I think your favorite scene in the movie was the end credit scene. And not in the bad way, in the fun way, because they did such a cool scene when the credits were rolling.
I hate that you guessed it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. So for context, they don't win Battle of the Bands, unfortunately. And the crowd is like, School of Rock, School of Rock. And so and Jack Black's freaking out and they're like, okay, that's an encore.
Yeah,
they want us to come back.
An encore, yep.
So then he starts playing an AC/DC song and which came on my Spotify the other day
Nice.
before rewatching. And I remember that they played this song, and there's inappropriate parts of this song for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how did they do that in the movie? I wonder. I was like really curious. And then I'm like, oh yeah, they just didn't even sing any of those sections. That's how they got around that. But then it fades to black. You can still hear the music. And then it fades up like time has progressed. And Dewey has started his own rock school.
Yeah,
and
after school club.
After school club, which totally makes sense.
Mhm.
And he's teaching kids, and it's like this just complete improv between him and the kids. It's so fun. And like you're watching it and like you wish you were there.
Yes.
And by the time the scene is over, you've watched the entire credits. And I didn't even like realize we were watching credits.
100%.
And so I'm like, okay, this is hands down the best post-credit scene, period.
Absolutely. Because I know, like, Marvel movies, obviously you're wading through all the credits and it's a slog to get through.
Yeah.
But I had the same experience. We got to the end of the scene. I was like, oh, that was all the credits. Like the end credit scene's done.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And then the little girl, the little blonde girl, she starts when it's her turn to like riff on singing some tunes.
Yes.
She has this line of like, the movie is over. And I just, oh man, it's just so fun.
It was such a fun ending scene.
I kind of like it when they kind of just drop all the seriousness of it. And it'd be interesting to get your guys' take on this, because if you're not in the right mindset, I think when you go into this movie, if you know what it is, there are problems if you think too hard about how easy it was to kidnap children.
I mean, they wanted to go. I think that's what it made it a little more easier.
Okay. No, and I'm just saying like, okay, well, I was trying to like watch it from my perspective, because I'm like, okay, imagine myself yelling at the principal for having a stranger teach my children for 3 weeks. I think they said 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, something like that.
So imagine my frustration, and I'm yelling at this principal, and then I find out they're missing. So my daughter Mary rode her bike too far the other day, and I thought I lost her, and it freaked me out. So I'm like watching this movie, thinking about that. And then I'm like, okay, I go to the rock show. I'm frantically looking for my kids. I don't know where they are. And then I see them rocking on stage. I think I'm forgiving that.
And I think they did, because they let the kids join the after.
And I'm like, I think I'm forgiving it, but I don't know. I got to ask my wife if I should forgive.
If I saw Jack Black in those shorts, I forgive him too.
Yeah. So anyways, I know that there's things like that in this movie, and I don't care.
Yeah. There's only one, because obviously I know it's a very silly movie. Like they're gonna get away with a lot of things.
Can I guess your least favorite part?
Yeah,
I think
I
don't want you to say what
Okay. I was gonna spoil it, yeah, but yeah, if you want to guess it real quick.
Okay, I think your least favorite part is when they're handing out job assignments to this. He's handing out job assignments. He gives 3 10-year-olds the title groupie. I think that's your least favorite part.
Oh no, I thought that was kind of funny.
Let us know in the comments.
Is this funny?
Is it funny?
Yeah, that didn't bother me, because after that, Miranda Cosgrove's character, Summer, stops him in the parking lot, and she's like, yeah, I looked up what groupie is, and I don't want to be that. So I thought it was a good, they did a good, joke with it. Mm-hmm. So I was okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my least favorite thing is, so up until this point, the principal, played by Joan Cusack.
Yep.
Which, fun fact, it's like, what do I know her from? And my wife Rachel was watching it.
Toy
and she's
Story.
like, so many things. Yep, Toy Story. We just recently did an episode on a series of unfortunate events.
Yes.
So the Netflix series that they did, she plays the like Jerry Strauss.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that was a little fun fact.
Okay, nice. A little tie-in.
Yeah, but it's like, so you know at this point in the movie that she takes her job pretty seriously. And there's moments in the movie where like there's goofy things, but I can understand why Jack Black's character got away with it. So in the very first scene in the classroom, she asked him to write his name on the wall. He's like, Mr. Schneep, you know what? Just call me Mr. S. And then later on in the movie, he's explaining to her like, yeah, actually, I got my teacher's doctorate from this like super crazy guy in German, yada, yada. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But at one point during the movie, she storms into the classroom. She's like, hey, this other teacher heard you playing music in the classroom. And in front of her and the children, he goes, oh, yeah, she must be on crack. Like, of all the things, how is that not getting him fired? But that's my only complaint about the movie, honestly.
Okay. It's really, out of the whole movie, that's the only thing.
That in the intro scene where he is rocking out. Like, I thought he sounded really good.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And then someone was texting, this is trash. We got to leave right now. This is trash. What do you mean? This is so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the only thing that took me out.
Okay. All right. I love where this is headed. All right. So why didn't you guess my least favorite scene?
Oh, man. I'm going to be honest. I don't think you wrote anything down for least favorite scene.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't have a least favorite scene.
Let's go. Because, yeah, we had our little staff meeting this morning, and your wife was here, and she mentioned that you guys had watched it recently.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the fact that Emily said she still likes it, like, this has to be like an amazing movie.
Yes. My daughter watched it with us, and so there's this scene where Joan Cusack is talking to one of the heavy metal rocker guys, and he only has sleeves on, and you just see his chest. And like, my daughter was like,
that shirt's too small.
My gosh, his shirt is too small. And we're like, yes,
yes, it is.
And it's disgusting, and you should never go around anybody wearing that.
Good life lesson there.
Yeah. We're trying to make a core memory. Yeah, overall, I thought it was really, really well done. If I had to be super nitpicky, and I think you honestly changed my mind about it, because there were some of the jokes, like the groupie joke. I'm like, does this age well? Is it funny? So I was erring on the side of like, maybe it's not kosher still, but I think we're good to go.
Yeah. No, I don't know if this is really a movie worth being like super nitpicky over.
No, because the whole thing, it falls apart if you're doing that.
Yeah, and it's just it's supposed to be a fun movie.
Yes. What did you think about Sarah Silverman being in this movie as the naggy girlfriend?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't really, like, she looked familiar. What else is she in, though?
Well, a lot of, I think and please don't take offense by this.
Okay. I'll try.
The only thing that I can think she would have been in that a Gen Zer would know.
Okay.
Is she was the candy girl from Wreck-It Ralph.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But
so it's just her voice.
I can't tell you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's more of a comedian.
Sure. That makes
style.
sense.
So skits.
Yeah. I mean, I think she played the role well. I didn't really like her that much, which I think was the point. So
yeah.
I thought she did a good job.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's great. The more I think about it, the more this movie, like, I feel like it aged like a fine wine, because even the part where Dewey Finn is hanging up the posters, and I'm trying to separate myself from it being Jack Black, because I just think he's awesome. But when he's hanging up those Dewey Finn wants you posters, and he's like pointing like this,
that was so fun.
I'm like, dude, these posters rip, dude.
Yeah. And then again, like, the posters look so good. And then these characters in the movies are like, oh, this dude sucks. Yeah, let's pull the number tap down. And he's right behind him, and he looks so sad.
Yeah. I'm like,
don't do my boy Dewey like that.
Dude. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was also really funny watching Mike White played Ned Schneebly and thinking, this guy made White Lotus? That blew my mind because he's such like a dorky character in this movie. And I'm just like, wow, this guy is the creator of White Lotus. Interesting.
I didn't know that until you just said that.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That's certainly blowing my socks off. Another thing that I would mention is when Jack Black hears the music of the kids playing in the classroom for the first time.
Yeah, they're playing the classical stuff.
He goes over to the window. He's peering over. And he has some of the best eyebrow work I think I've ever seen in film.
Yeah, he's like doing the worm with his eyebrows. That was wild.
Yeah, it was so crazy. But I thought it was worth mentioning because in previous pods, we've talked about facial expressions in actors, specifically the brown wizard from The Hobbit.
Radagast. Yep. Yeah.
So,
oh man, can you imagine a movie with just those two?
That it would be insane. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you have to see it in IMAX for sure.
The way Nolan intended.
The other thing that I really enjoyed was when he has the kids do the Pledge of Allegiance to Mr. Schneebly. I thought that was a really
and
fun.
the God of Rock.
Yes.
Yep.
There's also a part when a couple of the kids on the team are responsible for naming the band. And so there's a part where Jack Black is talking to Joan Cusack right after they pitch a couple. And then one of them is like, what about pig rectum? Stop. Yeah, it's the gags in this movie. I don't feel like any of the jokes were amiss.
No, one that I really enjoyed too, just because it was so like, if it didn't have a comedic tone to it, it wouldn't work, but it was just so ridiculous that I thought it was so funny. So it's when they're first trying to get like into the Battle of the Bands. So he sneaks all the kids away and they're like, yeah, sorry, no, like the bill is full. We can't fit any more people into the Battle of the Bands. So he comes back to the kids. He's like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to do. And Summer's like, I have an idea. So he goes back to like the main leader. He's like, I'm so sorry. I told them, I would let them in. And the specific line, he goes, they're terminal. Every last one of them. And all they wanted to do before they bit the dust was play Battle of the Bands. Oh, good.
This movie's, oh my gosh.
So good.
Yeah. And then it just has a shot of the kids just all laying in the street.
Sulking, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I could just imagine them like posing all the kids. And like, I think even the band manager girl, she's like leaning up against the post and she's like coughing. Yeah. And I'm like, they're all committed to the bit.
So good. And then he comes back to them and they start celebrating a little bit. He's like, stop, you're supposed to be dying.
So good. The other thing that I really enjoyed was one of my top 5 scenes for sure is he is trying to get Joan Cusack, the principal's character, to let them go on a field trip, which that's how they're going to sneak away to Battle of the Bands. And he's trying to do so. He's doing a little covert ops. So he asked one of the other teachers what they think. And they're like, oh, she got wasted one time and like sang out Stevie Nicks lyrics.
Yes.
So he invites her to coffee and takes her to a bar. So it's
she's like, are you sure you don't have any other kind of drinks? Nope. Sorry.
And the way she sips the beer, I'm like, she's so committed to this bit of being like a square, like principal. And I loved it so much. And then fast forward towards the end, her character kind of does like, her arc is like, gosh, you guys rocked. I'm so mad at you, but you rocked.
But this was incredible. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And then shortly after that scene, after the bar scene, she starts letting loose a little bit and kind of explaining to Jack Black how like she used to be fun, but then like all these parents just make this job like absolutely miserable. And like, if I'm not, perfect, then like they're just going to be super mad at me. And then she mouths, and now I'm a bitch. And he's like, no, no, no. I just loved how she mouthed it. That was so funny.
No, Joan Cusack committed to the bit. Everybody committed to the bit. I even like Ned Schneebly's arc of, hey, I'm trying to get my life together, but he's actually doing a bunch of stuff that he doesn't want to do. And then it shows him at the School of Rock at the end of the day teaching guitar.
And then when his girlfriend's like, when are you going to stand up for yourself? And he slams the door. It's like, let's go, Ned.
Yeah, take that, Sarah Silverman.
No, honestly, watching this, it made me wish that I grew up on this movie. I mean, it really took me back to a time where, as a collective society, we were so obsessed with rock music. And that was just such a fun time to be around for. Like, I grew up when Guitar Hero 3 came out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ever going to come back. Like rock music was so fun back then.
Absolutely. Rock band, Guitar Hero.
You just stalked John up a point,
Yeah,
right?
if you're watching right now, I am freaking, I'm like visibly freaking out because I think in the history of the pod, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know how many episodes we're up to.
We're like 30 something now, I
think. Out of all 30, I don't know if you've ever said, I wish I would have grown up on this.
Yeah. I'm so mad at myself for missing this movie.
Yes. Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
This just made me so happy.
I'm good. Wait. I'm good. No, I'm glad. I will say, two of my favorite character arcs in this movie. So here's why I'm confused. He's listed, when you looked up the list of actors, it says Lawrence, but I thought they all called him Larry. He's the one that played the keyboard. Didn't they all refer to him as Larry?
I don't remember.
I swear they did.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I think they must have changed it, maybe, or
yeah, I don't know. But
something.
when at the very beginning of the movie, when they first start making the band, he goes up to Ned and he's like, I'm not cool enough to be in a band. And he kind of hypes him up. He's like, no, you are cool. Like, you can shred the keyboard. You're awesome. So his character arc I loved. And then Tomika's, that was really fun too.
Absolutely. And just like we talked about, Zach, the guitar player, all of their arcs are fun.
Yeah. Because it's like, not only does Dewey grow as a character, all these kids have really cool character arcs too, which I really appreciated.
And there's something about movies. Okay, I'd love to get your take on this, but when there's a scene where Zach's dad is like, you can't play rock music at home, and like, you got to do your homework and you got to do all this stuff. And he's just a son of a bitch.
Yep.
And I'm walking in and I'm like, I kind of talk to my kids that way sometimes, but it's not all the time.
Sure.
So maybe we should give him the benefit of the doubt. Then I'm like, okay, I'm overthinking.
Yep.
It's a fun
I don't
movie.
live in this
Stop
world.
overthinking.
Yep.
But you really start rooting for the kids. And so the finale, when they're all dressed up, Larry's haircut when he's playing synths is amazing.
Yeah, so good.
And it's a good time. It's a good movie. And you should, if you haven't watched it recently, it's definitely worth a rewatch.
Yeah. And then the one scene where they're finally rocking out and all the parents come in and the two dads like, wow, your son's pretty good. Yeah, yours is too. I found that really funny.
Yes. Again, you can't think about the fact that all of the parents
They were
took
just
time off.
freaking
Well,
out,
they
yeah.
took off time. Like, I understand if they were all there for the parent-teacher conference the night before, but then while they're all there in the office again the next day, like during work hours,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Usually only one parent can make it to those things.
That's so true.
All right. Well, while we were talking, I already wrote down my final review. Do you have anything you would like to add before you get into your final rating?
I also thought it was really fun hearing Dewey mention like sticking it to the man. I feel like you don't really hear that much more anymore, especially in like the music scene. I guess you do, but it's in a very different way, I guess. And just a little PSA, Dewey would want you to stick it to the man. So let's start sticking it to the man more.
Mm-hmm. I think it's time for a comeback for rock because rock pretty much was like, that was the basis of rock, sticking it to the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say, yeah, that's the other thing is like, there is also still good rock music being made. It just doesn't reach like the same heights that it does anymore because music feels kind of more segmented now. But if you want a good modern rock album, Turnstile just came out with one last year. Really good. I would highly recommend.
Okay, I'm going to check that out on the way home.
Sorry to go on a little tangent.
No, it's
but
okay. And also sponsor the pod.
Yeah, sponsor us, Turnstile.
All right. Should we get into final ratings?
Yeah, let's do it.
And we'll hear some fun facts from Tabby.
Let's go, Tabby.
Yay, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of character arcs, so Larry's the guy who plays Larry, the kid, his name is Robert Tsai, and he had already approached the director and asked him to be removed from the film because he felt a little insecure about being not being super fit for the role. And
that's so sad.
That is
I
sad.
know, but it worked out. It worked out, and that kind of like ties into. I don't know whether they wrote the script after that conversation he had with the director or before.
I wonder if they did. It would make. I feel like it would make more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad he got his moment where it's like, no, dude,
Yeah.
you are awesome.
Yeah, pretty awesome. So Mike White, the writer, based this movie the basis of writing this movie was Jack Black so that Jack Black can perform all his favorite songs. So he had I think he got the idea from moving in right next to Jack Black in an apartment building right next to Jack Black. And he'd often find Jack
They
Black.
actually lived next to each other?
They did.
That's incredible.
And
Wow.
he'd run into Jack Black running naked down the hallways, blasting most of the music that was used in this film. So that's kind of awesome.
Wow.
That's legit.
I didn't realize Mike White also wrote this. That's really fun.
He did. All the kids, you guys already know that all the kids play their instruments, right? And the vocalists are actual real vocalists, which is pretty
Wow.
awesome.
I did not know that. That's really fun.
I think I had heard that when that movie came out because
Yeah.
they had cast all musicians, but
Mhm.
that's amazing.
Which Miranda Cosgrove, she can actually really sing, and she had to take a 45-minute lesson on how to sing badly so that she can do that little stint in the beginning there
That's
when like
so
they're trying to
fun.
find vocalists,
Yeah.
which is
You know you're a good actor and or singer when you can act bad and sing bad. Like that takes talent.
yeah. Also imagine being so good you actually have to learn how to be bad.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And if we have a Blu-ray copy of this film, we would actually find Miranda singing it correctly because it was included in the Blu-ray release of this movie.
That's fun.
Hashtag bring back Blu-rays.
Yeah. Another thing that was included in the Blu-ray was Jack Black's plea in front of 1,000 fans asking Led Zeppelin to let them use their music, which you'd already referenced.
Wow.
Yeah,
in the
so-
last episode.
Yeah. If you have a copy of the Blu-ray, let us know. Share a clip or something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you recognize Miranda Cosgrove at all?
No.
No.
Man, that was a big deal for me because not only was she in Drake and Josh, but also iCarly. That's our show.
Yeah.
Shows.
Yeah.
I
growing
only
up.
know what iCarly is out of everything you just said.
You've never watched Drake and Josh?
No.
Well, never have
That is
I.
right up your alley.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. That's crazy.
And that's all for fun facts.
Okay.
All right.
Those were good.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
sad ones this time.
No sad ones.
Nobody died during the filming.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay.
10. We're going 10.
Let's go. I gave it a 9.
And I gave it a 10. Sorry, my brain stopped working for a second. Here's the thing. My initial rating was a 9. Yours was an 8.5. So you
Mhm.
went up 0.5. I went up a full point. I was giving it a 9 because I was like, no matter what Matthew says, this movie's a 9.5. And so I was bracing myself for the criticisms like, oh, this blah, blah, blah. You know what? You know you.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
You know what you do. And
You come with some valid criticisms and you can't even.
we had.
I can't even say the word.
Well, I'm just
whatever.
I mean, it's just funny because like we had I'm taking a sidebar for a second,
Yeah,
but
go
we
ahead.
had a buddy of mine called me that listened to. Shout out to James, by the
Shout out
way.
James.
He's got to be our number one
Plumber
fan.
James. Not
And,
Arizona James.
What's that?
Not Arizona James.
Yeah,
He
Arizona.
gets 2 thumbs down.
So James calls me and he's like, dude, like, I love the dynamic. I listen to every episode. And he starts talking about like, yeah, I just don't think about what Gen Z, what lens they're watching it through, because him and we watch Fight Club and we have no recollection or thought about mental health being an issue
Yep.
towards the end. But you were raised in a generation where that's commonly been more
important. Yeah.
more
for sure.
important. People are more vocal about it. There's more education on it. So I thought going into this movie, like, he's gonna have something like that.
No,
And you didn't.
Yeah,
you said you wish you grew up on
I
it.
wish I grew up on it for sure. Yeah. Besides that one very small thing that took me out of the movie, I was like, no, this held up incredibly well, I think.
Hell yeah. We're sticking it to the man.
We're sticking it to the man.
with primo reviews.
Let's go.
All right, Matthew, what do you have for us next week?
All right. So we just did School of Rock. You know, unfortunately, summer is ending and we're getting back into the school season. So I chose one of my favorite school time movies, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And I
Okay.
feel like this movie kind of perfectly encapsulates a time period in my life where we were going into middle school, and just for a sliver of time, we either didn't have any sort of technology or we maybe had dumb flip phones. And it was made during that time period. And I just think I don't know, it's just a fun little time capsule. And I'll be interested to see what you think about it.
You should redo that line.
Oh,
You kind of said capsule.
Capsule.
yeah, time capsule.
It's capsule.
Oh,
There's no S or there's no H. You
time,
said-
time capsule?
Yeah.
That's how you say that?
Have you been saying capsule all your life?
Yeah. Is that not how you say that?
We're leaving this whole section in. Let us know in the comments.
All right, yeah, let us Time
Now people get a real life glimpse of like how we stop for edits.
Yeah, for real. Anyways, if you haven't seen the movie, make sure to watch Diary of a Wimpy Kid before the next episode. And until then, it's been a real pain.
Bye.
Bye.
This episode was brought to you by Storyline Multimedia, and special thanks to Matthew Purcell for making and producing our theme song.